Hey guys, and welcome to this edition of the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. This is some audio that I got from the open evening of the Darwin exhibition at the Bear Steps Gallery. I got it earlier in the week. It's going to be released a bit late. I wanted to release it the day after, but had nothing but problems whilst trying to cover in the sort of Darwin Festival and the magic of it all. For example, we went to the Cafe Scientific event at the Alb earlier last week, and I was trying to record the lecture so I can release it because it was quite fascinating. So I stuck the microphone on top of the projector that they were using for that, and the microphone was that sensitive. All you got was the fans and the machine working underneath it, and that audio got ruined. Mysteries the day after I couldn't go to because my little boy picked up some conjunctivitis. I was going to take him with me, but parental responsibilities had to take favour over that one, I'm afraid. And yeah, we've had a few issues. Jamila Walker, on Saturday I was supposed to go to her workshop, as I spoke about with her on the preview. I was really looking forward to going, but I mixed up my schedule. I got it all wrong. I was doing Prison Break, and I thought it was for the weekend after, but it wasn't. It was for that same day, so I had to go and spend the day at the prison. I was a bit annoyed at myself for getting my schedule wrong, but these things happen, and I love working with those guys at the prison. And from the pictures I've seen, Jamila had a great time. And also that same day, I sent my wife, Carolina, and my boy, Timmy, with Dee Dee to Park Hall to cover a bit of the live lambing there. And so whilst I was in prison, they were across the county, but it looks like they had a great time. This episode is brought to you by our sponsors at Gin Different. I love those guys. If you're a big fan of gin and you've never really been there, which is sacrilege, you should definitely check them out. They're at the top of the market hall. They've got a great bar there. They've got over 100 different types of craft gins you can try, and they can get you those obscure bottles of gin in that you can't get at Asda or Tesco. I want to say thank you to everybody that's been so accommodating towards us during the festival so far. It's been brilliant. I love this festival so much because I learn a lot. There's a lot going on with intellectuals talking. I mean, like Dee Dee went to a lecture which was labelled "The Workforce of the Future" and it's evolution of the workplace, and it was all about how the workplace is changing and how certain jobs aren't going to be available soon because of how technology is advancing. That's fascinating. She did get some audio from that, and so we'll use all that, and we'll bring that to you at a later date. So anyway, this is a bit of audio that we've got here. I basically turned up at Bear Steps and met a few good people that I've met before. You're going to hear Tim Dawes talking, Fiona from the Unitarian Church, the chairman of the Civic Society. We get a chat with Bibbs as well, who kind of put that event together, and she did a great job. It was a really nice night. It was just proud people talking about their town and their love for Charles Darwin, and he's a pin-up character of Shrewsbury, and we should definitely be championing that because the opening speech for that was about how 20 years ago people weren't singing Darwin's name, but now they are. It was quite fascinating. So I hope you enjoy this. Thank you to everybody that spoke to us, and I will catch you at the end of this audio. Hope you enjoy it. Peace out, guys. Hey guys, Al and Jules here. Say hi, Jules.
Hello.
And we're here at Bear Steps Gallery, just above Fish Street, and opposite Grove Plain. I love that place, Grove Plain. We're here today for the opener of the Darwin exhibition as part of the Darwin Festival. The gallery is going to be open here for duration of the festival. You can come and have a look at all the pictures of Darwin, where the places where he influenced about his family. They've put like a Darwin trail here, and they've put like pictures of the buildings that were around when Darwin was here. It's really nice because there's lots of people passionate here about saving Shrewsbury's heritage and making sure people, they realise what's around them,
And they're watching a video as well, aren't they, upstairs? So in one of the little rooms, there's a load of people. It's like a little mini cinema set up, watching a film, the Young Darwin film.
And sorry, I got distracted by the handsome fella that just climbed up the stairs right now. Tim Dawes, how's it going? A word for the biscuit.
Hello, Biscuit.
How are you? You okay?
I'm great. Really enjoying the evening. I think it's been a very successful launch of the Young Darwin exhibition.
Yeah.
Very impressed at the work that the Civic Society has done.
Yeah, they're great. I mean, I love what they stand for, because it is important, isn't it, to save the character of your town.
Yeah, I mean, it's more than just the character. It's about the excellence of the town, really, in terms of its architecture, its community, the things we do together. That's what civic societies are about. Yeah, I've been a member of the civic society since I moved back here. Yeah,
that's brilliant.
Yeah. Well,
I was going to say you've been really consistent with the festival so far. I've seen you at a lot of events. You were at Cafe Scientific as well. How was that for you?
I was. Yeah, Cafe Scientific was really good. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, very, very successful event. And it's good to see that it's the first event in a series of monthly events that are going to continue on a monthly by month basis.
It was amazing. It was packed. Absolutely. I mean, me and Shane went, and we were peeling around the door to try and get
We couldn't really get you in. You still managed to make an intervention at some stage.
I did. I did get a bit of a roar of laughter about it. That's kind of my style. I couldn't make it to Mysteries yesterday.
My joke was the best, though. You missed my joke, I think.
Did I?
Yeah. Well, I prefaced my intervention by saying that it's good to know that the evolution has got so far that we've arrived at TripAdvisor.
Very good.
So yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being. I was going to say loyal, but that sounds kind of jibby.
No, just part of all of it and what brings it all
for being
together.
consistent with it all. I mean, you went to Mysteries yesterday.
Interfering, I think, is the word.
There might be a glass of wine in it for me. I might just pop by. I couldn't make it to Mysteries yesterday because Timmy
Mysteries was really good.
I'm really glad I missed it.
I was really impressed with the way they've integrated. It's just different, I mean, the University of Shrewsbury is different, very different. It's tiny, it's absolutely small, yet it's got all these departments. It's really a full set of university degrees on a shoestring. And I think it's a marvellous idea. That's what universities used to be,
Yeah.
They're not, these massive bloody megalith organisations now. Yeah. And, I think it's lovely. And the way they've integrated the myth stories into the university. All credit to Paul for allowing them to do that, from I'm not an academic, but from an academic point of view, it really raises a different dimension in people who go in there.
You always say you're not an academic, but you always make me feel dumb when I talk to you because you're a clever guy, man. You know what you're talking about.
I didn't say I wasn't clever. Hello, how are you?
Oh, sorry,
We're recording.
Yeah. That's okay.
Oh, this is Fiona from the Unitarian Church.
Good evening. Good evening.
Are you having a great night?
Yeah, I've just watched the video actually of the life of Darwin. Have you seen it?
No, we were just talking about. We just said that you guys was in a little mini cinema set up watching
I've
it.
got my popcorn, but I would thoroughly recommend sitting for the half hour it's on. It's very informative.
Fantastic. We'll catch up with you some other time. We've got lots to do with you, haven't we? We've got lots going on at the Unitarian Church. But nice to see you.
They had a very good event at the Unitarian Church on
See you
Saturday
later.
with a play.
Sorry?
The play that was on.
The Last Cuckoo.
The Last Cuckoo, yes.
Actually, it's really interesting
really
to
good.
watch that video because there's quite a lot of reference. There's not very much reference in the exhibition about the Unitarian Church, but there is on the video. I don't know when it was shot, but all the paintwork outside is blue and it looks horrible. But they also refer to a Unitarian ghetto.
Wow.
I know, which is really interesting. In where Reverend Case lived, can't remember exactly where it was, and where Darwin went to school, that was known as the Unitarian Ghetto.
In the I can't remember the name of the road myself.
No, I can't. We're not doing very well between us, are we?
It comes down from...
They are giving us free wine tonight, guys. There's free wine.
No, that's down the orange
It's
juice.
something Hill, but I can't remember which hill
Claremont
it is.
Hill, is it?
Is it Claremont Hill?
I can't remember anyway. But yeah, see you on Saturday.
Yes, we'll be there on Saturday with Jamila Walker.
Thomas doing her workshop in the morning.
Yes.
Patterns in nature. And then in the afternoon, we've got a talk on patterns in nature. So about the Fibonacci series. And then at the same time, for the whole of next week, we've got Participate Art Gallery. They're doing their Scaffolds in Nature exhibition, which promises to be fab. So lots going on next week.
Oh, brilliant.
One of my great favourites is Michael Donachie, the poet.
Yeah.
Sadly died about 10 years ago, a really nice guy. But he wrote a lot of poems in the Fibonacci sequence.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
So actually there's a Fibonacci day, isn't there? And there's some amazing tweets that people do on the Fibonacci series.
You have to watch it because it's a bit sort of, there's a bit of a kind of Illuminati strange.
Easy to get caught up in all that, right? Yeah.
So it promises to be really interesting then.
It is quite
Well, thank you guys for chatting to us, though. This has been amazing. And nice to see you too. And we'll see you again this week. So, what are your thoughts? You've just got here, haven't you? You haven't had a good wander around.
I've never been inside the building before. I've only ever sort of seen stuff outside. You know when they put pictures up outside in the exhibition in the summer. So I've never actually come in, but having a look inside now, and the original beams intertwined with obviously the restoration beams, which was the 60s, you said, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The brickwork. So it's amazing that this building's back in this condition.
Yeah, it's
from
lovely.
the pictures
It's
that obviously were a bit messy.
Right, let's go and see if we can find someone to speak to us. There's loads of great people. I saw Stan Sedman down there earlier. Let's see if we can grab him.
To Stan the man.
Yeah. Okay, so I am at the opening session of the Darwin exhibition on the Bear Steps Gallery. It's Darwin's birthday, 12th, and I'm chatting to a gentleman I've just bumped into. Can I get an introduction for you?
Yeah, well, I'm a resident of Shrewsbury, and a little bit as we were hearing earlier, it's funny how Shrewsbury hasn't really given over time and celebrated one of their most famous sons as much as they should have done. And I was just saying that the interesting thing about Darwin and a number of others of his generation were because they were brought up in families where they had the time and the money to actually do some of the exploring and adventurous things that have contributed actually so much to what we now understand about the human species. That would probably not have been the case had he been born in different circumstances at another time.
It wasn't easy for him though, was it? Even when he made the discovery, he's got quite a ribbon, didn't he?
It wasn't easy because, of course, he was going against, as so often happens, he was going against all that had gone before, and there were so many, as there so often are, vested interests in keeping it the same.
Yes.
It's a bit like the Flat Earth Society that had amongst them, as you know, all of the leading scientists of the age, some quite famous people who couldn't get their head around the fact that they were wrong.
Yes.
And so you're quite right. I mean, he struggled against that for a great time. It's interesting, it was Wallace, wasn't it, who came up with a similar theory in about 1858. And that must have been quite a relief to him because they were able to publish papers together. And by that time, it was beginning to gain traction, what he was telling us, really, about the nature of the species. But, I mean, it is fascinating to see in a town like this, because the great thing about Shrewsbury is there's so much history anyway, and so many famous people associated with it, like Clive of India, for another one, Admiral Benbow.
And, a shout out to the Civic Society for what they stand for and keeping our heritage where it is and not letting people plough it down and build car parks and what have you.
They saved this building in 1963, apparently. It was flat, sort of falling to pieces, and they wanted to knock it down. Well, what a travesty that would have been, looking at these glorious beams.
Exactly. Bibbs just showed me the pictures upstairs. I couldn't believe it. Like, this building was just found here.
They also saved the old house in Dogpole Way, and that was again in pretty poor state of repair. And then when they'd brought it up to speed, they sold it to friends of ours actually, though we obviously didn't know them at the time, Mary and Tony Walters. And with the money that they got from that, they were able to continue to fund other things and other buildings that they were interested in restoring.
It's brilliant, isn't it? Because you can walk around here and feel the character of Shrewsbury, and it would have been a huge shame to have lost that, because you can walk up Fish Street now and imagine yourself in a period drama, couldn't you? It's beautiful.
Yeah. Well, same happened, of course, to Old Market Hall, as you probably know, and that was not that long ago, only about 15, 16 years ago. And they were looking to knock that down. Well, what an absolute travesty that would have been. Yeah. And now been turned into a nice museum, which, which works. This gentleman's got a podcast going.
I'm Alex from the Shrewsbury Biscuit. Nice to meet you.
How do you do?
My wife
Hello.
Judith.
Hello.
I'm Ray.
Right, well, nice
Ray
to chat
Judith
to you
Gordon.
today. It's been really nice, and I was kind of just stood here like, I don't want to interrupt people's conversations, we're going to be on the biscuit. It's not my thing, but so thank you very much for openly coming to chat to me. Hope you have a great night.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Hacerle las preguntas a él.
How's it going? So we're at the Better Steps for the exhibition, the Darwin exhibition, as part of the Darwin Festival. Found a couple here. I heard from Spain. I was like, I need to speak to these guys and find out what brings them here today. So how's it going? Can I get an introduction to yourselves?
Sure. My name is Diego. It's a very Spanish name. I'm here with Dara. Actually, we are on our way to Lancaster. We have a meeting tomorrow. So we came to know about this, and we were discussing with the mayor. These things are very important. I mean, for the sake of the human history, these things must be preserved. And I believe that everybody's doing a fantastic. We believe everybody's doing a fantastic job. And despite the work we do, whatever, I think like human beings, we should pay attention to this kind of things. I mean, we have, at least with our presence, we must contribute to this.
Yeah, in the opening statement today, there was talk about how Shrewsbury never used to, fly the Darwin flag. They never used to tell people this is where Darwin is from, and you think that's really important, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So this is really important because you see, probably everything you become when you are an adult is because what you have learned in your childhood, right? So everything that Darwin represents for the human race, it is probably it was born here. That necessity or that desire of explore. I believe everything born here with him, right?
Yeah.
In this town.
Yeah. It's brilliant. Have you been to Shrewsbury before? Have you ever been here?
No, first time. It's the first time.
What do you think? Do you like it here?
Well, we haven't seen much because we are
not here tonight.
But so far it's
this one building that we've been in is beautiful.
It's a very old building, right?
Yeah, medieval building. They nearly lost it in the 60s. Apparently, they were all apartments.
All right.
And they were about to knock them down, and they found this building.
So they preserved this one.
Yeah, and there are some photos in the back there. If you ask Bibbs, she will show you, and they're fascinating.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
So far, it's wonderful. I mean, we love it. I mean, it's we just landed here next to the door with a car, but so far the things the streets and everything, they look fantastic. Yeah, it's a lovely town.
Well, I'm going to let you enjoy your evening.
Thanks very much.
Get as much in as you can. Thanks for chatting to me. Have a great evening.
It's a pleasure. And congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
And cheers for Darwin.
Yes.
No?
Yeah, thank you, Shrewsbury, for Darwin, because where would we be without him?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
So was it called Millington Hospital?
Yes.
So that's where Darwin's father
was
medicine.
the doctor there, yes.
It's behind, there's some modern flats in the front, isn't
Yes,
there?
and
then
you
you
go
go
right
behind
up
the
the hill,
and it's
and I'm
such
at
a
the
lovely
back.
building.
It's a bit quiet for me, but originally it was just the house. And I think it was allotments at the front and the back. And then it was a school for 20 boys and 20 girls. And when the boys got to 14, they were apprenticed. When the girls got to 14, they went into domestic service.
Oh, wow.
But it's so thrilling,
What's it like to live in then?
Well, I'm at the back, and they've built...
You live in the original building, though,
No,
do you? Oh.
No, my friend does.
Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful. The building itself is lovely, you know. And they've built flats at the back, more modern, but in keeping with the place.
Yeah.
And then down the side, that gate that they were on about, that's locked.
It's locked.
Locked to stop people coming up.
Yeah.
But it's a shortcut down to the mount. Yes.
So is it ever open to the public at all? Or?
No, it isn't.
Because it's all private.
Which
Are
is a
they
shame.
almshouses? Or?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, the Drapers.
Oh, yeah.
So is that going up? So I'm trying to visualise where that is. Is that going up past Copthorne Barracks that way, or going out the other way on the?
You come off Frankwell roundabout, and there's some modern houses just off the roundabout on your right-hand side, and then there's a car park behind that, and it's tucked behind there. You wouldn't know it's there, and it's an absolute gem.
That's right.
I only know because I looked at a house, one of those houses to buy,
right, yes.
and then I was really struck by that building.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's really worth a wander around.
It was
I think Stan probably, because I know Stan does a Frankwell tour. So I think he takes people up round there, to be honest. He will do, because it's part of history.
Well, I'm in U3A, and we just started up local history group number 3, and they've all done different things on the history of Shrewsbury, and I did the history of Frankwell.
All right.
And it supposedly, all way back, belonged to the French.
All right.
But the Civic Society don't think so, because there's no names of streets or...
That are French.
No, nothing French at all. But it's a very interesting area.
The whole thing is sorry, spitting my sausage. The whole thing's really interesting. Watching that video upstairs, and you see all the historic buildings and how Darwin contributed and funded a lot of those through local banks and things. And it's just quite fascinating. It would just be so wonderful to step back in time, wouldn't it?
I'd love to go back, not necessarily to live
not
at the
to stay,
time.
just for a day.
On a holiday.
On a holiday, just to see what it might have looked like.
I gotta say, I have been eavesdropping with my microphone. Can I get your name? We're going to release this for the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast, if that's okay. Oh dear.
It's just a podcast.
It's like a radio show.
It's Gillian Gilmore. Jill Gilmore.
Oh, you're Jill Gilmore. I've heard your name.
Really? Oh my gosh.
She is very famous, actually.
Good, honest.
Why would I know your name other than...
I don't know.
You're very famous, Jill.
Oh dear.
Maybe like you said from the talks that you did. Maybe those history talks from that, maybe.
Yes, I just love it, absolutely love it. Since I was little, we did about the Romans and the Vikings.
History.
Yes, and I've done my family tree back to 1580 and 1494, and I've lived here 50 years. And they were drapers here.
Yeah.
And they were drapers here.
Draper's Guild, wasn't it?
Yes, and I never knew it before. So to me, it's a precious thing to save. Yes, we have to save it.
Oh, absolutely. It really is amazing.
I think so. Because I go home to Coventry and I don't recognise it. I know it was bombed in the war, but it looks worse now than it did then to me.
This is what the Civic Society stand for, though, isn't it? It is keeping...
Protection of the architectural heritage of the town, especially the constructional and the historic links, including Darwin's house, of course, where he was born in 1809.
What they did in the 60s, 70s, isn't it, though, in Shrewsbury? I mean, I didn't live here then.
Lots of buildings in the 60s.
Amazing what they did, like.
It was terrible. Well, it happened all over the country in the 60s.
But then the Civic Society actually awarded Lloyd's Bank an award,
well,
didn't
I was a
they,
bit surprised
recently?
about that. It's before my time as chairman.
Yeah, that was quite recent, though, wasn't it? I thought
that was about 5 years ago, I think.
Yeah, which I found really interesting.
Well, I wasn't chairman
it's
at that
quite
time,
brutal.
so I can't be blamed for that.
I mean, I really like modern architecture, and I think there's a place for it. And I don't think we should be afraid of using modern
sometimes
architecture.
you need an echo of the
and the
links
juxtaposition of modern
without building
and
a
things.
pastiche.
Because I don't think you don't want to live in a museum.
No.
But yes, we do want to protect it.
It's nice to have an echo of the past, though.
Yeah.
I threw the suggestion out that, the bus station's it's a bit of an eyesore. It's not
it's terrible.
Oh, God. Unison, and we're trying to change it. Unison Trade Union retired.
We need to improve the bus
improve
station.
It.
I said it would be nice to have like an evolutional kind of into the future, like because that's what Darwin stood for, is evolution.
Yes.
have a nice futuristic-looking bus station into a historical town.
Yeah, I think
I've
there's
been
real
pushing
room for
that,
it.
and of course, Peter Nutting and Peter's there, have fallen out over that. I've said as a civic society, we should improve the bus station.
Yes.
We should keep it roughly where it is, but have a better building, better facilities.
Yes.
But Peter and co, they seem to want to completely demolish the riverside, including the bus station.
Part of the big town plan, isn't it?
That is
Well, it is, yeah, and I've got my doubts about that. I think the bus station needs to be down there because it should be it should be near the railway station.
yes.
Yeah, it's good at the moment. It's near there.
The one in Coventry, I know it's a different size, but there's proper seating, there's a cafe,
Yeah.
there's information.
Yes.
If they could get
No
something like that
information.
here.
Yeah, they don't even do information in our bus station.
No.
It's terrible, really.
It's quite an ugly looking building.
It's terrible.
What are your guys' thoughts on the market hall? I know it's quite a controversial thing. You like the new market hall? Do you prefer it if they left the old one?
Too bad. No, I don't dislike it. I quite like it. It's okay. It's okay.
I think it's a nice building.
Yeah, I like it.
From the air, it looks like a ship,
Yes. Yeah.
which to me looks good up there, but not
Yes.
down here. But inside, it's really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
yeah,
it's
I mean, the
a
outside
wonderful
of it's a
place.
bit-
Yes.
Certainly the lower levels, like you say, but
That's right.
yeah, inside it is like going into a little
It's really
Aladdin's
good.
cave.
Yeah, we always say that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's nice. Well, thank you for chatting to me. It's been lovely. I'm sorry to spring this on you. Oh, by the way, we are recording. You know, I didn't want. It's been really lovely speaking to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your help, Fiona. That was, yeah.
No, I know, it's brilliant, yeah.
So we've managed to corner Bibbs. It's been a long night for her. She's having to sit down. She's told me to leave her alone a few times, but she didn't really. How's tonight gone for you?
It's gone very well. We've had some really exciting people here. We had somebody from Spain who...
I saw them. They were great.
Wasn't it amazing? She'd come specifically for the exhibition and this opening evening from Lancaster. She'd been invited over by an ambassador and happened to just pop along to the Bare Steps, which was amazing. And we've also had some other wonderful people in the Bare Steps tonight.
It was really full at one point. I remember I was like, wow, there's a lot of people here. And you're quite shocked yourself.
I was getting worried we'd run out of wine, actually. But fortunately, that didn't happen. But no, it was extremely tight at one point.
And this exhibition is going to be staying open for how long?
It's staying open until the 29th of February. A lot longer than anything else, but we usually closed at this time of year, so it was vacant anyway. So we're going to allow Shrewsbury and anybody else that wants to come to look at the exhibition for a little bit longer. And I know that there's half term during that time, so it'd be lovely to have the children in to see it.
I think it's a great idea because I did say, it's a shame for me to say it, but it's the first time I've been in here. It's because I'm always, whenever I come into town, I'm always like, bam, I need to go to there, A, B. So to give people incentive to slowly meander in here, have a walk, because the architecture itself in this building is just fascinating.
It's just amazing. Yeah. It's the only place in town you can come into a medieval building free of charge. Yeah. So you can just walk in, look around. Usually we have art shows on here. All the art you can look at free of charge. But you've got one of the most amazing medieval buildings in the town. We have the only balcony in the town. So it's a Romeo and Juliet type balcony which faces Grote Plain, and then we have a large hall in which most of the art shows take place, but at the moment we have the Darwin exhibition. So we've got a movie upstairs, so if anybody wants to see a film on Charles Darwin, they're welcome to come.
Which we've heard many positive things about tonight, haven't we? That people are really enjoying it. It's a great piece of film. So.
Yes, it's all about young Darwin, so it's specific specifically talks about young Darwin and Shrewsbury and all the places that he loved to go and who influenced him as well.
Brilliant. Well done for tonight. This has been great.
I'm glad you came. It was really lovely to see you both.
Me too. I mean, trying to get out and to cover as much of this festival as possible has been difficult, especially when you've got family. Mysteries. Last night I couldn't go to because my little boy wasn't very well. But these are things.
The one on Sunday got cancelled as well, didn't it?
Yeah, and apparently it was amazing as well. So I'm really
terrible on Sunday.
Yeah.
But Mysteries were here tonight. Did you manage to?
No, because he was chatting to Tim Dawes, and I couldn't separate them. I was like, Biscuit coming through. I didn't want to just shove my mic in front of their face, but we'll catch up with him.
We're covering a few other bits, aren't we? So tomorrow we're splitting off again, and I'm
here
to university to do the evolutional work, and you're here, aren't you?
I'm here. Yeah. So
we're going to just try and
coming to my talk.
Yes, I'll be here. So I can set up the microphone. You can record it. Thank you very much for inviting us tonight. I've loved every single minute of it.
Thank you.
Wonderful to have you here.
See you later.
Thank you.
We just cornered a couple of gentlemen. We're just like, do you want to be on the Biscuit? And they're like, do we have to?
I guide round St Mary's.
Okay, can we start with your name?
In the church. My name is John Brown.
John Brown. I'm Alex. This is Julie.
Hello, Julie.
Julie, nice to meet you.
And
I'm Russell Gay.
Yeah, we've been talking about the spire of St Mary's. It was very badly damaged by heavy storms, rather similar to what we had at the weekend. And the upper part, because of bad maintenance, fell through the roof. And it completely damaged the roof of the wonderful carved ceiling. And it was in a complete and utter mess. And during the week, and on the Sunday, they managed to clear so much out, and they still had the service. And the rector at the time said, and if this is a sign from God, and you know why this roof has collapsed? It's because you've erected a statue to that atheist, Charles Darwin, in front of the school.
Trouble is, from that point of view, the vicar's name is absolutely splendid. Newdiham Pointz was his name, Poyntz. And he was a bit of a fire and damnation chap, wasn't he? That's right. Problem is, though, that it would have been a bit more impressive if the steeple had come down in a nice, peaceful night, rather when the wind was raging in a massive storm. The other thing, of course, was it might have been more impressive if it had come down at St Chad's, because the vicar at St Chad's was for the statue, whereas Newdiham up here was against it. So you would have thought it would have been a bit strange for God to punish the guy that was against the atheist rather than the other one. But
historical PR, that's what that is. This is the perfect object. Who can we pin this on? Darwin.
Historians are like that.
Yes, well, it's rather like a lot of stories. When I first came here 40 years ago, I was told that Darwin was a very lonely child, and he, not like his friends or school fellows, used to collect fauna, beetles, all kinds of things, and go through the paths while his friends were fishing and shooting and chasing the girls. And he never really enjoyed his time at Shrewsbury School, as you probably know. And he found the town rather, what would you say? Parochial, yeah, and confounded. And another famous Salopian is the same, and that's Wilfred Owen. Now, Wilfred Owen, do you know what he said about the town? It's like a tin of tomatoes floating on the Severn. It's so insular, and so all they care about is themselves. And that's what Owen said about the town. And he didn't really enjoy the town. And of course, he eventually, his family settled in off Muckmore Road in Cannon Street.
Did Darwin's difficulties follow him outside of Shrewsbury, though? Was Shrewsbury like the epicentre for it all?
Well, I think his problems were that his family wanted him to be a doctor, didn't they? And they almost forced him to take paths he didn't want to go down. And thankfully, like us all, he met people or somebody who directed him into what he wanted to do and gave him some life into what he could do, and really expanded his skills and his enthusiasm.
Yeah, fascinating. You archive a lot for the. I don't know how to explain this, but you archive for the Civic Society, right?
Yeah, that's how I got involved in the Civic Society. I was asked to come in. The archives then were just a load of papers strewn over a load of tables, so that needed sorting out. So over the past 3-4 years, what I've done is to put it in some sort of order, put it into little folders, files, record what we've got on a computer, and now we can basically find just about anything which has gone through the system. There's always more coming, but increasingly now it's more electronic, so a lot of the work I do now is computer-based.
Going through all that, did you solve any old mysteries? Did you find something? Oh my God, that's what happened to that.
No. We were looking for all sorts of exciting stuff which might come through, but no, the reality is they're mostly planning documents that we've got, minutes from old meetings, the occasional bit of history, which does need some follow-up work on it so we can make that into the light, but nothing terribly exciting, sad to say.
It says here, Suzanne apologises, she can't come to the meeting, she's got a cold. Okay.
Yeah, but we're very, very fortunate in having Mary de Sol, who wrote a very good book on she's wrote quite a few books on the history of the town. And she can remember, of course, when this place was founded. And she knows the people, the architects and the people who actually gave them money and had the enthusiasm to build the Burr Steps and save it from demolition.
Yeah, we were just looking at the architecture. Julie was like, wow, look at the new wood and the old wood, the way it's all...
But people think it was built as a one. It wasn't. It was quite a few different units which were attached and added on. They were expanded and so forth. Like this was a hall, and you can see by the wonderful OG. You see that beam there as it curves up. That's an OG beam. And it's how they used it. It's tremendous.
What's an OG? What's
OG?
What's that?
Well, an O and a G.
Yeah.
It's like
O-G-E-E.
Yeah, that's
So
it.
that's not from a ship?
Oh, no.
Oh,
No, it may look like a hole, but it isn't.
No, that's what somebody else told us earlier.
It's in two parts. You can see that, can't you?
Yeah.
And then at the beam, of course, it's actually goes one way and another way. If you look at the Abbey outside, look at the west window, that's in stone, and that's an OG as well. It's a very common feature in English architecture.
Yeah, it's an archway, isn't it?
An archway.
An archway.
Brilliant. You guys are awesome. Thanks for chatting to us.
No
and I hope you've had a great night.
So what are you going to do with this?
We're going to put it on our podcast and release it for the whole world to listen to.
The whole world?
Yeah.
The whole world.
All of our listeners.
No, we've got listeners.
The whole world.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Loads of people to ignore us now.
Yes. Well, I better promote my book then.
Promote your book. Promote away.
Yeah. Well, I'll show you a copy.
You've got him started now.
We like books. We like people to share their... he's quite a perky chap.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Here he goes. Yeah, it's 99 pages of the best.
Wow. Okay, letters to...
For the past 15 years, I've been writing to the Shropshire Star.
Have you?
Yeah, I also do. Yes, and cartoons as well.
Oh, so you'll know Phil Gillam quite well then.
Oh yeah. But no, it's comments about the town and about national politics, world politics. You just mentioned of different politicians, as Trump, and of course in the days of Blair. And, you know, it's well, there's one or two about Thatcher, yes, but I have to admit it's very pro left.
Yeah.
Because I was always a socialist, and I feel that we really need a balanced kind of political structure.
Yeah, we need to make everybody happy in some sort of way.
Yeah.
So this is called Letters to the Shropshire Star by John R. Brown, and it's got a guy holding a scroll that says 99 pages of the best.
Yeah.
And where can people get this?
Yeah. You can get it from here or from any bookshop, but there's the loggerheads.
Oh, yeah.
See no evil, hear no evil, and say no evil. And this is very poignant at the present time. The future of the Shire Hall. Look at it. It's overgrown, it's dismal. The flagpole has just collapsed. And then there's also a very... Here we are. You remember Keith Barrow, who was the head of the council? Well, he was a bit of I would say, let's say a dubious character. And there's Danny Kalinsky saying, you have some new carpet then, Keith. Only the best for the Shire Hole, especially dense pile. Because he was a carpet fitter. His mother ran a carpet business in Oswald Street. And that's how he came into local politics. And he's a great friend of the MP for North Shropshire.
Right.
Oh, fantastic! Okay. It's been fascinating talking to you. Thank you very much for thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very great
I'll
night.
give you that book.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
And there we go. What a great collection of audio. I mean, I like to bring people real conversations, which is why I don't always write notes when we go into interviews and things. I like the conversations to seem and feel real. And a lot of that audio is just real talk. People just talking about something that they're proud of. And I'm really happy with that. And I hope you enjoyed that too. Thank you to everybody that spoke to us. As you can tell, the Civic Society, the work they do at Bare Steps means an awful lot to them. And to invite everybody into that gallery throughout the next couple of weeks is really kind of them. That exhibition is open until the 29th of February, so open all the way through, half term. So take your kids there, have a walk around. It's free. I mean, you can throw in a donation. I mean, I encourage it, absolutely. But go and have a look because it is fantastic. You'll learn something. And the kids will appreciate it too, because I think it's our responsibility to put, this is our heritage. I say it a lot in this episode, but this is our heritage. It's our responsibility to pass that onto our kids and to teach them how important it is. I mean, I thought about this interesting point. It was during Bibbs's talk at the Bare Steps the next night. It was about the Darwins, about the family. And I was thinking about, what happens now with like the Elon Musks and the Dysons and the Stephen Hawkins of the world. Do we get as excited in 150 years time? Do we get just as excited about them? The people that are creating better worlds or trying to create great gizmos and gadgets and trying to advance science. Do we get as excited about them in 150 years? It's a good topic. I'd love to spend an hour chatting about that, but it's thought provoking, isn't it? All of this. So I hope you enjoyed it. This episode was brought to you by our sponsors at Gin Different. Make sure you just check them out on Instagram and Facebook. Give them a like, give them some support. And you can listen to our audio directly off our website, which the address is www.theshrewsburybiscuitpodcast.co.uk. I see a lot of views going on there and listening to the audio at the moment. It is really handy because not everybody likes to download apps on their devices. Well, with this, you don't have to. So I hope you enjoy this episode. Again, thank you to everybody that's helped us at the Darwin Festival. We just love talking to people about things that they're passionate about. And so, I mean, if you want to come on, if you want to be part of the Biscuit, come on as a guest, talk about something that you are doing, something you're trying to promote, something that you've put together and created with your own hands, get in touch with us. Our email is shrewsburybiscuitpodcast@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. We love speaking to people from all walks of life. So if you feel like your thing is a little bit too obscure or whatever, don't bank on that. We like talking to people about unique things. So we'd love to hear off you. Thank you for listening to this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you next time. Peace out.